Well, I was feeling inspired after Israel Adesanya's win last weekend and figured we'd rewatch some of his old kickboxing fights. Maybe you've seen them before. Maybe you want to see him with a bit of a new perspective through me. But yeah, we're going to be watching some of his most popular and maybe unknown kickboxing fights online here. This one, our first one here, definitely is pretty known. It's the most viewed fight that he has that's not in the UFC. 6 million views. I have not watched it yet. I like watching it fresh with you guys, and let's do it.
When I say box, you start or resume fighting. When I say break, both just step back, start again in your own time. Understand, gentlemen?
Israel got a bit of height on him, but Chinese guy's got a jawline. Looks like he can take a shot.
Israel Adesanya out there for fight number 20. Birthday yesterday. He wants
I
to
love
celebrate
Adesanya's
his
style.
by
Absolutely love it.
out of 20.
Unorthodox,
He's up
but
against one
does
tough
it so
customer
clean.
in Liu Zhaoqiang.
Who looks very, very strong.
This is going to be a bit of a contrast to the way that he would be striking in MMA, right?
Of the team, 31-year-old. He lived in Thailand for
The big thing with me and
9
Adesanya,
years.
the big thing
Zhaoqiang,
with me and Adesanya, the thing that I like the most about him is his absolutely unbelievable timing, right? The way that he feints, and he can kind of like hold a technique, work his way into something.
He's also had 4
Yeah.
MMA fights, Shark.
It's extremely unpredictable.
As team captain. He speaks English.
Oh,
Slippery there.
slip.
And good sportsmanship.
He's already been landing some really clean shots here, though.
Also speaks Filipino, speaks speaks English, speaks Thai, and he's a really nice guy. But you could see at the weigh-in yesterday that you turn that
I think his
switch on
name's
when he gets
New.
into the fighting mode.
New has like a very
he's
aggressive
right in.
style. That's what it
Puts
seems
the
like
game
so
face
far.
on. Adesanya,
Just kind of like
this is probably
charging
gonna be
forward.
his
Not the
toughest
smartest
test
way
today.
to
Of course, had
close
that
the
good win
distance,
over in China about 6 weeks ago. And
but
funny
sometimes
thing
that's what you
about
got to do.
that, nice little right hand from Adesanya,
Corner
and he
Adesanya.
goes
He's obviously
downstairs.
used to this, though.
The funny
He's
thing about
constantly
that win,
feinting,
Shark,
taking
when he was
angles,
over
getting
there,
himself out of the corner.
Israel very, very proud of his 19-0 record.
Right, again, right.
And
understands his timing and
after
his
the
range
fight,
perfectly.
The Chinese media more
New needs to
telling
be
him about
actually a
the
lot more
fighter over there
patient.
with 26 wins,
Kind
and,
of wait for these holes to open up.
Israel
That would
said,
be
well, where is he? Bring him out.
my strategy
we'll
for
see
him.
whose record remains intact.
But
They
mind you,
haven't
he's
brought
just
that
going to get
fighter
picked
over, but
apart
they have
while he
really
does that.
shuffled the pack to
There's
bring
not
one
really a
the
lot of
best,
good
and,
good
they have.
options
Yeah, they
against
have.
somebody as
Definitely.
technical
No
and
doubt
long
about it.
as Adesanya.
Tonight's been very impressive. I'm very impressed with the Chinese fighters.
Yeah.
It's kind of what he
Adesanya,
finished with
as I
Piera on
say,
the weekend.
this is gonna
Piera.
be his toughest test to date.
Piera.
I've got great faith in him.
Sort of like choppy, straight,
Okay, he's a
not
showman,
quite an
yeah,
overhand.
And we've seen that from the Chinese fighters here tonight too. They trade some pretty good blows there, back into the corner.
You've got to
Adesanya-
back yourself. You've got to back yourself. I like to see it.
Exactly.
You're
And
in
both
it to
these
win it.
fighters are. Nice left hand again from Adesanya. So he's had a little bit of success there.
He always does like a high elbow on his
the
cross.
experience, the toughness.
Oh, something wrong with his fucking leg?
Once again, excellent sportsmanship.
Weird.
Been around
He's
the
slipping
game
in the
a long
corners.
time. Been fighting professionally
Oh,
for
beautiful
11
combination.
years. He's under the pump a little bit as Adesanya gets a little bit of go forward, finds the distance, and there's not too many can match him on the outside. Adesanya.
So great about that combination
And
is
that's
that
not
even while Adesanya was throwing it,
where,
you know,
the
New
Chinese
threw
fighter
something
wants to be. He
back,
wants
kind
to
of
be in
landed
close
one or
and
two shots,
personal.
but it didn't kill Adesanya's rhythm at all. He just kept going, kept on his combination work.
Fuse for the fireworks as well has
Clean.
really been lit in round number 1. Or maybe it's a fuse to a keg of dynamite. Something's going to go very, very shortly. Adesanya can get that range on the outside. He can punish many, many fighters. And
Man, this is tough.
Zhaoqiang, if he gets on the
Tough to
outside,
figure out a
nice
good
front
strategy
kick from him,
against a guy
pushes
like this.
Adesanya back. Adesanya, oh, good comeback, and they get into that zone where anything can happen. And it's probably not where.
Exchange.
Oh, it's probably not where.
So Adesanya's really willing to fight, but he's just doing it so technically.
but he can walk the walk as well as he can talk the talk, Adesanya. And that's going to have to be proven here tonight.
See, if New was using more feints, he could
Throwing punches
maybe
and
set up
punches
some of
and
these power
combinations.
shots a little bit cleaner.
More
But
combos than McDonald's.
he's kind of just wading forward and looping punches and power shots and hoping for the best.
Great footwork.
Unloading when he finally has a chance.
Excellent
But
work, nice right hand.
okay.
Start of that
couple
combination.
shots snuck in.
And Adesanya manages to evade the rest of them, and he comes back with a nice combination that ended up downstairs working those legs. And one thing about the Chinese fighters that they've shown here tonight, they can wear some leather and they'll just keep on coming forward.
Wow, wow, wow.
You know,
Big on the
Adesanya's
button too.
kickboxing style, too,
You know, he's like a
And he can do it with either
opposed to a
leg
more Muay Thai-based style. He's ready to punch
effortlessly as
off
well.
of every single kick he throws.
Couple up with the right hand there.
Right? There's nothing that's like a finishing point to a combination. If he wants to keep attacking, he always has the option. Oh, he's getting clipped now.
Couple of shots in with that right hand over the top, and Adesanya replies.
Adesanya can't get lazy with his strategy,
He's got a
moving,
game plan
taking
now.
angles,
So
fainting.
Wang, he wants to work downstairs and try
It's
and
easy. You
slow
see a lot of these
Adesanya
fighters get
down.
drawn into
Adesanya
brawls
keeps that movement up. And
with
he's one of
this
those
type of
fighters
fighter like
that
New,
right
who's
off the
constantly
bat,
walking
there's a lot of
forward,
fighters
you know,
that
willing to
get
take a
power
shot to
when
give
they're
a
going
shot.
backward. Oh, he's back at
Right, it's
himself
hard
here.
not to get
Thinks he can take the
stuck
best
in
shot.
fighting just like that.
Ziquang and
Right, I don't know if it's an ego thing or, you know, it's just the fact that they're always in your face and you feel like you just got to keep hitting them. But if he stays patient and keeps moving around and doesn't play that game, I don't think this guy has a
that sort of
chance.
movement there that we saw from
Nice.
Adesanya can frustrate a lot of fighters, and the wily veteran there just
Beautiful
not being
combination work.
frustrated, just trying to stick to his own game plan, and that's where we leave the second. Another good round for
Clean.
Adesanya. Top of gloves. What do you think is going to happen in this one, Shark?
I think
Good.
he's going to happen at this one.
Round three.
No, I'm trying to figure out if Adesanya's seeing any holes that have opened up.
Nice
Oh,
straight combination from him. And it's not over yet. He goes on
Nice.
attack. He says, I want to do it in style. And he lands a couple of crackers that would have put most men
Damn.
away. Would have put a couple of horses away. But Ziquang, he comes out. He's here showing his toughness here tonight.
Israel, 3 left leg kicks. You know, how do you
Yeah, at least he's trying to hit back.
Oh, unbelievable.
right, that was really his only
combinations
option
coming
there.
from
He wasn't going to be able to
Adesanya.
move out of that position. He just had to try to keep hitting him.
Right on target.
Whoop.
Unbelievable. He's really stepping up to the top level here tonight, Adesanya.
Nice.
And what do you say about the toughness, the durability?
Good frame there.
Well, Piang just caught the uppercut right in combination.
Yeah, Adesanya's trying to time him as he moves in now. Right, he's moving backwards and planting his feet and striking.
Adesanya, as I mentioned earlier on, still got a lot of power.
Right, if
when
he's going to
fighting
keep
off the
walking
back foot.
forward,
You look at that
kind of makes it
footwork,
easy to line up those shots. I can almost guarantee that's how the finish is going to happen. He just needs to be aware of the ring so he doesn't get stuck. Easier said than done.
He's gone.
Nope.
He's
He's
gone.
gone.
He caught the combination that just kept on going and going. He
Knocked him
climbs
out
to his
standing
feet.
up.
The
No,
count
he's got it.
And he tries to tell Terry Hill he's
that's
okay.
okay.
And look over in the corner. Adesanya says, I'll relax and enjoy the moment.
1 in a million.
Well.
Want to see that finish slow-mo?
Against Israel. Top tier.
Nope. All right, let's watch that finish again.
Doesn't barely slow him down.
Even slow it down just a hair, just so we can catch it. Love watching the things that cue them in to go for the finish. You know, what in that moment made him think, like, now I got to unload and try to finish this? Like, he already had him hurt a little bit from those shots from before. But he's moving backwards. All right. He's eating some low kicks. All right. Is that a feint or just kind of got his hand parried upward? A little pull. Let's not listen to the fucking slow-mo shit, though. All right, he got touched a little bit there. All right, pulled the hand down, hit him again. Yeah, Adesanya was getting hit a little bit here. All right, kind of stuck against the fence. Ropes. What are we going to see? Yeah, this guy was in desperation brawl mode. And as soon as he had a little bit of space, I think Adesanya saw that. But, like, again, what is that little hand gesture there that he's doing with his lead hand? Is that a feint or... Yeah, I think his hand's just getting parried upward, and it's opening up that entire guard from new. All right. Sneaks in the right uppercut. Oh, just misses the left hook. And you can see him lining up that power right afterwards. Boom. Let's watch that again. Just misses. Right, short frame with the lead hand. Yeah, lands the right clean. Follows up with another left hook. And a touch 1-2 on the way down. Done. Beautiful finish. All right, let's watch the next one. That was fun. All right, let's see it. Shit talk. A lot of people don't like Adesanya's demeanor. He's kind of a nerd. He's that super cocky energy.
There is no retreat, no surrender. No one is backing down.
Let's see what happens. It's a short fight.
Bringing the crowd to his feet.
This is a bit weird.
Settle down. Settle down. All right. Sit back over the fight.
Plenty of intensity there. Clyde Kelly will
That
have
edit.
his work
Regret.
He's a
What?
pretty big man himself. And the crowd is sitting or standing on the edge of their seats. Roberts misses early. Adesanya will need to deal with the range. Good check from Adesanya. Makes the man miss.
Nice. He's really good at leaning out of the way of them punches.
Roberts trying to track him down. Adesanya's
Always so
game plan
much
is
slower.
to make him miss. Heavy kick from Adesanya. Roberts catches the
Catch.
kick.
Oh, he hurt him right away.
Roberts has been chinned.
I think we're going to have to watch this whole fight in slow motion. Love it. Again, the beautiful thing about Adesanya is patient. Same Sally.
Adesanya.
Let's watch from when he hurt him there. He's so patient. He's never in a rush when his opponents are hurt. All right. Ducks, moves out. That shuffling footwork to get him out of the corner. Very clean. All right. Just pulls out of the way of that low kick. See how he sets up this little check uppercut. I think that's what it was. Lands his low kick. All right. High kick. See, just like I was saying, he's always ready to strike. Right? He almost anticipates his opponent's catching. All right? Because as he was throwing that kick, he was already loading up his shoulder to strike with it. Right? You can see him pulling it back, ready to fire. Boom. So a quick knock, a little backhand. Moving off. See how he does it. I want to see this little check uppercut. You know, I actually taught this technique. I showed it in one of my videos, and somebody said that doesn't make any fucking sense. But there it is right there. Right, just as his opponent was stepping in on his jab, right, he was dropping his right hand at the same time, and it's a perfect opportunity to do a check uppercut on the inside of your opponent's guard, right? Because Adesanya is stepping out, his opponent's stepping in, and he's more or less filling the space with his shovel hook uppercut, whatever you want to make it, right? And it lands perfectly, right? He's on stanky legs there. He touches him again. He's keeping his space the whole time, watching him, knows he's in good position to attack, but he's not rushing anything, right? Expecting him to turn back in. He tries to throw the high kick. Trying to line up his shots. Realizes there's a little bit of chaos here. Doesn't want to get tangled up with his opponent, so he gives him a little bit of space. Starts watching. He's lining him up, realizes he's hurt, frames with the lead hand to mask, actually, he's covering his opponent's vision there. All right, he's in his eyes, and then replaces it right afterwards with that rear uppercut. That is a clean sequence. I love that check uppercut, though. Yeah, that's perfect. And the way that he's so patient in this moment. All right, watching him for a moment, trying to recognize what he's going to do, lining up that power shot. And he's already, expecting some return, right? Because he leans out right away. Right, he's constantly thinking about his ranges the entire time. Because even though he just KO'd his opponent, he also leaned back at the same time. He didn't know if he got the finish right in that moment, obviously. But as soon as he hit him, leans out, he's sort of gauging distance again, and then already realizes that it's finished. But if it wasn't, he'd be ready to follow up with whatever strikes and still be outside of range, and launching himself right back into it from that position. Because when you're just leaning your head away, your body stays in the exact same position, which can be really risky for two reasons, right? It opens up your body and your legs a lot more, but if your opponent's swinging towards your head, that's not a problem. But if your opponent recognizes the fact that you're constantly leaning back, right? When you do a lean, it's hard to move many other directions other than right back into the exact same position. So if I've leaned away, right, I'm sort of only ready to lean back into the exact same position. Opposed to using footwork, I can continue to move wherever I want. That's not a hard rule, obviously, and Adesanya skirts around it quite a bit, but in general, that's a risk to doing that style of technique, especially if you're not as good as Adesanya is. All right, let's watch this one. 25 years old, 10 years ago. Maybe a little bit of noise background.
WF 的一场男子80公斤级的4人战呐。
Oh, the Chinese, I can't listen to it.
红方是
It's
大名鼎
distracting.
鼎来自加拿大这个马库斯，
So this
蓝
fight,
方是
we actually had a surprising result, which is why I wanted to watch it. Maybe not surprising. Simon Marcus is really good. Well, there's your spoiler. But I was curious how he solved and figured out the puzzle of Adesanya. Already he seems a lot more patient, maybe. He's waiting his way in and then trying to clinch up and not trying to just separate right away. That's the first thing I'm noticing. He's not doing any big movements. Staying pretty tight with his guard and his defense. There we go. Well, getting touched up a bit, though. All he's trying to do is close the distance on Adesanya, which is what everybody tries to do. Where a lot of guys get hurt. He's kind of pushing into his face a lot, too. Shoots a double leg. Yeah. Yeah, Adesanya has these really flowy combos. Again, another thing that I really like about him is just that consistent rhythm of his striking. But Marcus is determined to close the distance and jam him up, not give him the space to set up those really good combination that really good combination work. All right, he wants to make the fight as dirty as possible. All right. As soon as he's in the mid to long range, then he's in trouble. All right. He's keeping his head underneath Adesanya, sort of bullying into him. He's barely kicking at all. All right, using some subtle head movement, which is okay when you're a little bit closer. All right, but on the outside, you know Adesanya will set up a head kick if he starts trying to slip and move his head too much. Crowd's loving it. Whew. Busy first round.
有点收着打，到第一回合的后半段就完全放开了。
I was curious what they were thinking.
但是刚才这个，我觉得那个
在动作的慢放，我们看到这个
Some good low kicks.
刚才那个鞭腿动作，你看他的左右手的直拳打得非常的精准。
The thing about Adesanya, too, is a lot of his techniques have zero telegraph before he throws them. Right, it's like straight from his guard to his target, no hesitation.
艾迪赛的拳法我觉得还是很出色，非常灵活。
Again, Mark is just determined to close the distance right away, really make it a brawl, and if it's not, then he ties up with him. I like the plan. It's not the cleanest, most technical-looking fight, but you're not going to win being technical and clean against guys a lot more technical than you are.
但是马库斯就是要压住他，不让他移动。
Which is hard to be more technical than Adesanya.
但艾迪赛的拳法真的很出色的。
现在这个马库斯就想我一拳 KO 你，你看
Jamming up into his face, getting off as many shots as he can before again, right, starts tying up with him as soon as Adesanya starts trying to throw back.
这高鞭腿也很危险。
因为这个阿迪萨的高鞭腿曾经 KO 过多名选手，啊。
Yeah, smart.
真是两强相遇，高手对决。
我们就看阿迪萨的镜
I
头。
think the difference here is that Marcus has really good head movement. He also has a really good understanding of range. It's giving him opportunities to close the distance because he can sense where the head kicks are, not get too far out of range, just like he did there, and then close that space again right away. So you overreact, you might give up too much space and lose your opportunity to close the distance, even though you keep yourself safe. And if you underreact, then you're just not going to have the, well, you're going to get hit.
像阿迪萨，他一个耐力好，柔韧性也好，柔韧性还非常好，
所以他可以踢跟很高的高鞭腿。
对。
All right, so
你看他左右
I think from the outside here, he's going to be moving his head a little bit more. Now, Adesanya, he brought the pressure out of Adesanya. That's kind of interesting.
但他在这个第三局经常也用有力的这个拳法 KO 对手。
Right, so even when Adesanya finally got the space that he was looking for, he decided to close the distance and again get jammed up. So I feel like there's a little bit of emotions running kind of high here and again getting drawn into a fight that maybe he didn't intend on doing. Oh, that was sweet. Good head movement. Popping the jab.
从出拳的节奏来说，那么马库斯就是一拳一拳的打，是吧？力量很大，但是
dirty boxing
拳腿的
uppercut.
变化和组合不如这个阿迪萨亚。
Oh,
就按着你，
let's
我就
rewatch that
拳腿
again.
的变化和
So
组
he's
合
seen
不
it
如这个
coming, but he couldn't do
阿迪
anything
萨亚
about it. That's the beautiful thing about it. Right? Adesanya's framing, he controls that hand, throws through, misses, right? And then again, right here, has the overhand position He's right over top of Adesanya's, and it looks like he's blocking his bicep on the other side, so he's safe from getting punched. But Adesanya's trying to block the bicep, but really Simon has all the control. Right, he's pulling him down and in. Right, yep, blocking over top. So he has overhand positions on both. Right, so his head should technically be safe. All right. Pulls that hand down, and there's nowhere for that punch to go other than to Adesanya's face. Boom, slams into him. Super clean. See, this is the Adesanya that we want to see for him to be winning this fight. As soon as he has a little bit of space at the end there, he's lining up his shots. He's not being too aggressive. He's taking his time. All right. Touch, body, head kick, 1-2. That's the type of fight that Adesanya wants to have. But then again, immediately he got jammed up. Even though he landed those shots, that was clean. Skip through. Marcus just getting in on the inside. Framing across Adesanya's face, right, obscuring his vision. Just making it a messy fight.
现在阿迪萨亚都会中国话了，让现场观众朋友给他加油。
See, Adesanya's putting the pressure on now. Right, feinting a little bit right off the bat. But right there, he should have already started moving off.
国际规则的私人战的第一场。这第一场我看很像决赛，以他俩的实力。是。
Nice.
红方就是加拿大的拳王马库斯，他是加拿大人，但他是世界拳王。是啊。
So he feint a round kick there to close the distance. Keeping it messy, just crashing in.
想靠一招制胜也不是那么容易。对。今天双方的战术运用的非常的合理，而且今天这场打得非常好。两个人他并没有采取很稳健的这种防守或试探啊，这直接进入到。
Front kick to the face, spinning back kick.
阿迪萨的技术是吧？从技术的前面来说，全面性阿迪萨明显占据优势。
Clean. Yeah, front kick to the face again. All right, as he's backing up, boom.
哇，这正道！啊，转右正道！你看看阿迪萨的技术是吧？从技术的前面来说，
clean.
全面性阿迪萨明显占据优势。
I think Marcus has the first 2 rounds, though. Just based on aggression and control.
这场比赛真是强强对抗啊！我们多么的期待的一场！哇！所以我们要感谢孔仁杰给我们所有播讲者提供了一场盛宴。
Oh, Marcus hurt. Oh, looked like he just got frazzled, maybe.
世界级的比赛。对。这个双方的教练也都是。
His game plan's falling apart a little bit here. He's just starting to reach with the hands. He's not doing all the intelligent things he was doing at the start, right? Using head movement and footwork to play with ranges and then crash when he has that perfect moment, right? He's just starting to walk forward like the first fight we watched with New. All right, got to stick to your game plan. If it's working, don't change it. All right. Adesanya's putting out more volume. It's going to give you more opportunities to close the distance, as long as you're intelligent with your head movement. It looks like Marcus is tired, though. All right, this is a grind of a type of fight, right? All that grappling, leaning on each other, grabbing, pulling each other. A lot of kickboxers aren't used to that type of thing. Look at that frame. Beautiful. Now we're watching kind of slow motion. Nice. So good with his range. Why are we in slow motion now?
现在是马库斯打不着这个阿迪萨，因为你的体能下降之后，你的准确性下降了。对，你要一拳打右空。
All right, there we go.
你看膝已经没有力量了，
已经没有力量了，这
在我
个重拳力量下降。
在我们看马库斯中国比赛当中，第一次体能下降成这样。
对，以前他可以打2个人。
对他赢得太轻松了。
哦，这个。
Looks like Adesanya might have a new idea for keeping the space in between him and Marcus. Right, using a little bit more of an elbow frame.
比赛时间到，比赛时间
More
到。
classic sort of
谁输掉
clinching.
这场比赛？
Damn, they
观众朋友
brawled
都
though.
不希望看到。
Not make that
第一次的
easy.
优势非常明显，而且马库斯体力确实下降了。
Catch at the start, calf kick, runs him. Just trying to make it dirty.
观众朋友们，现在来看4人战第4局啊，前3局双方是战成了平局。
我们观众都希望看到第4场。即使能看到这个就是水平这么高的这种强强对抗。
It looked like he came out kind of
可以说
fresh.
是给这个马库斯一次机会，
是
马库斯一次机会。
And he's got to move in smart, right? Not just run forward.
现在我们看到
Yeah, immediately gets that head position under Adesanya's chin.
在前3回合比赛里面，马库斯还没有这个高边
That's
的上
not
头
where he wants to be.
所以经过1局的休息，这个马库斯体力稍有恢复。
That's where Adesanya does some of his best work in that mid-range when his opponents are backed to the fence or to the fence in MMA.
你看，但是阿迪达很聪明。
But when they're backed against the ropes, looks like that's when he gets most of his finishes.
从体力上，我觉得阿迪萨亚其实体力更好。 没有看到有明显
There's
体
a
力影
lot
响。
less variables for where your opponent can go if they're up against the fence. That's why he immediately looks so patient and calm when his opponent is in that compromised position. Oh, he landed some clean shots there, framing smart. There's some consistent patterns there for when he frames, that he's always lining up that power right hand. So both guys should be aware of it. It'd be surprising if that shot landed again throughout the fight. So they're both thinking about it, right? Every time. Keep doing that like mirrored frame.
因为他知道在第4回合比赛里面，
阿迪萨亚的这个体力也有下降。
如果你没有终极对手情况下，要看你的技术全面性，谁能够主动进攻，
还有有效性。
对。 这给3个边裁带来的困难。
You see Adesanya starts to calm down.
阿迪萨亚技术全面，是吧？有拳有腿，而且转身做动作。但是到第4回合，马库斯也加强了这个腿法进攻。
Oh, beautiful angle.
但是从攻方加强了这个腿法进攻。
Right, steps out. Right, short feint, cross to the body, takes the angle just as Marcus reaches out with his frame. Right, lines up his cross, but again, right, it's that consistent pattern where they both keep trying to throw right hands over top of each other's frames. So Marcus was aware of it, but just kept following up. Yeah, Marcus just has a really good understanding of range and timing too. Right, he's aggressive. He has a good sense for distance.
他所欠缺就是力量。
对。
如果阿迪萨再有力量的话，
打遍天下没有对手。
真是这样，真是这样。
It's good. Nice.
哇哇哇哇
Again, going back to the frames and striking.
比赛结束，比赛结束。
哎呀，太精彩的比赛。
谁赢？太难说了。
Chinese guys like it.
这个太难了，
真太难，太难了。
Exchanging round kicks to the body.
但这次比赛上可能会判平局，
肯定判平局了。对对对。
Marcus got it. And Adesanya is wearing the Chinese flag. That is so whack. Boo. Glad you lost. All right, let's watch this last fight here. Short one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the
Paddy Atoa versus Adesanya.
King in the ring. He has
KO. Kickboxing.
Well, let's see how it goes. Shit talk.
Tough of Adesanya.
37-25.
And we're about to get underway. This is the king in the ring, Trans Tasman Cruiserweight Final. Israel Adesanya and Putty
Three 3-minute rounds. Fainting right away.
Spinning hook kick up high. Is there anything this kid can't do?
It looks like Toa here's already overreacting to stuff. He's sort of slapping and pawing. All right, Adesanya's going to feint, pull out one of these overreactionary defenses, then land his big shot.
To the ropes by volleys of long punches. Adesanya's been very much on point with his range tonight. Just deflecting that right hand off the shoulder.
Oh,
Kick there from Adesanya.
clean. I think he hit him with the check uppercut again there. That's it. All right, let's watch that in slow-mo. Sick, another quick one. Got a couple 30-second KOs. Let's watch how he does this. All right. Perfect shoulder roll out of the action. All right. Good leans. Oh, wow. All right. So he wasn't even really trying to hit him with it. All right. Just some arm feints. Looks like he's trying to show a lead hook. Bet he could have hurt him there if he wanted to throw it. Instead, he was using it to push his head and lead him into that high kick. Right, controlling his chin. Lines him up for that high kick right through his guard. That just looked like it hurt him. He just turtled up completely like he didn't have a clue what was going on. And I always appreciate that, again, Adesanya stays dynamic. He doesn't go crazy when he has his opponents hurt. It's like when he does all of his best work and looks like his cleanest striking. A short right hook frame again. Again, right, you can just see it right there. He landed that right hook, kind of knocking his opponent's hand out of the way, and then continued to block it right afterwards. Right, jammed his hand in there and kept that space for himself so he could keep that last shot. Boom. All right, it's brilliant. Right hand, he notices the hands down, blocks it from getting back up. Boom, lands one more. Love that. It's all these subtleties that you don't see when it's happening quick. It looks like he's just missing a shot, but it's so much smarter than that. Hits the hook, blocks. He could have did anything he wanted here. Boom, but he wanted to line up that right hand one more time. Awesome. Well, I think that's enough of these Adesanya fights. Thanks so much for watching with me. If you like this type of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video if you're all the way here. I got lots of stuff on my Instagram, too, if you want to follow me there. I teach in Toronto, so if you're looking for personal training or joining in on my classes, make sure you reach out. We're always having fun with our boxing and kickboxing stuff. So, yeah, anyways, we'll see you next time.